To coach, not a coach, but Dave Dobbenmeyer he does a hangout show, I think every week or something, that Coach Dave Live, I think, is the name of it. And I wouldn't suggest going and looking it up yourself if you really value your sanity here. But what I'm trying to get to is that he does this show where he has his echo chamber of people. I mean, you could accuse us of having the same thing, but he always bounces the ideas off of the other people in the audience about whether what he said was right or wrong, or do you think I'm going to get in trouble for this kind of thing? And it's really telling that, he's willing to go over the falls before he checks to see if the barrel's going to survive the drop. You could think ahead of time before you say the things that come out of your fucking mouth, Dave, but he's not one to actually learn from.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
So anyway, I'm going to let it play because he says some shit about people and it's kind of funny. Here we go.
Here's the meme that I posted, okay? Now, this is all I said.
It's not even a meme. You know how Facebook does that thing where you post some text and it'll let you pick a background for it?
Yeah, no, that's not a meme.
That's not a meme. That's not a meme.
That's not a meme.
Anyway, here's what he says.
Neither conservative iconic women, Ann Coulter or Laura Ingraham, have ever been married. What's up with that?
None of your fucking business is the answer to that.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah. Or they don't want to get married, or they can't find someone who can tolerate them that long.
Or they're benefiting from feminism.
It could be.
Yeah.
They're benefiting from feminism while
they're
constantly trying to derail it. Yeah. Okay.
We answered that question for you there, Dave.
That's all I said. The two women that I come to my mind who are when we start talking about conservative women, Laura Ingraham has her own show on Fox News. I love Laura Ingraham. Ann Coulter, we see Ann Coulter everywhere, warrior for the conservative cause. And I simply asked the question.
And a raging bitch, though,
oh my
man.
God. No, I find this indicative. So we talked earlier about how the alt-right still, and you might not have heard this if you're not a patron, but the alt-right still sees black as black. You're still lesser than white. See, these men, even though these women are espousing the same ideas that they are trying to sell, they're still women.
Yep.
The idea being that women cannot, no matter what they do, no matter what they say, cannot live up to the ideals of conservatism, and therefore liberalism is the only escape from this shit. And Coulter, you're not even exempt from your own camp.
No, okay. So here we go. More Dave.
Question. These women are both in their 50s and neither have been married. What's up with that?
Shocking.
Why the fuck does he? Okay, we know why he cares. We don't need to hear the dog whistling.
There's no
There's no male owning them that they can tell them what they can and can't do. Blah 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 blah. Whatever.
That's all I ask.
That sounds like a guy that got yelled at for this shit. That sounds like somebody's I'm but just asking questions. I'm just bringing up a point.
Yeah, but you're not just asking questions. That's not all you ask. You said that for a reason, and it wasn't a question because it's completely rhetorical. You don't ask rhetorical questions.
The idea of a rhetorical
just
question
to ask
is that the answer is implied.
Right.
Exactly.
Boy, did I get attacked on this.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody think this is an appropriate question to ask?
Okay, so at this point...
It's not an appropriate question to ask.
No, because it shouldn't fucking matter. Your ideals should not be based on what your fucking standing is in the world. So, anyway, he has one of his random-ass fucking audience members jump on here and just wait until you hear this shit.
Absolutely, especially considering Laura Ingraham has children that she, I believe, adopted, but she talks about how to raise children properly all the time. And I've never heard her mention have a man in the house when she talks about the proper way to do it.
There you go, America. There's your conservatives for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Come on.
This guy is just like another 80-year-old shriveled up ass white dude. And it's weird.
She has to have a man to tell
Raise
her how to
children.
raise children.
Right. Well, she's not valid as a human without a man.
No, that man should be out of the house at all times, earning money for the family. And then when he's home, the children should be rushed to bed. And then he should be brought his slippers and a drink by his wife in the 1950s household while they play fucking music on the hi-fi. And just what the fuck are you guys going on about here?
Okay, what purpose are they going for? Because they need more women, right? They need more women because they don't have enough of us. And so they're like, oh, here, we're going to elevate women's voices. But then they immediately, as soon as these women's voices get amplified, because Ann Coulter and Laura Ingraham are more popular than both of them, they're like, well, she's subverting our dominance.
Yeah, they make a lot more money than these guys will.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
And that's all that matters. Anyway, moving on.
So Larry, listen. They began to attack me, saying, "Thank God for Laura that she went out and rescued those children." And I'm saying, "Yeah, I'm with you." But should our role models in the conservative movement be two women, neither of whom has ever been married?
He's so fucking mad about
really
this.
Interesting. That's
He's
really
so
interesting.
mad.
Why?
Neither of these women are dominated by men. Wow.
I don't understand.
Laura.
Well, no, okay. I know why he cares, but I don't understand why he cares.
Because they're better than him.
Kyle,
Honest. Laura
Kyle,
and Anne are better than him. They're better at this game.
Mhm.
They're better at convincing people. They're more charming and interesting than he will ever be. And he can't fucking handle it.
to the risk of being called more of a cuck than I already am by everybody else on the internet. My wife doesn't have my last name. She decided herself, like, I don't want to carry your last name.
I fucking dig it. I never took it. I was married. I never took it.
Yeah.
And folks out there are like, why haven't you made your wife take your last name? I'm like, whoa, that's not how it fucking works.
No, it's my identity. All right. Look, even if I ever get married again, which is not a guarantee, I'm never changing my name. My name is my identity. I love my name. As complicated and problematic as my name comes in, it's my name. It's mine. And men have never had to face this existential issue of changing their name. Yeah, people, very rarely do people actually change their first name. Do they ever address changing their identity? But women have to.
It's implied that it's something they're supposed to do.
That we are supposed to reject our identity for the man that owns us? No. It's mine. And whether it came from my father or my mother doesn't really fucking matter. It's mine. This is the name I live with. This is the name I've had my entire life. And I'm supposed to supplant it for the identity of a man? And a man who's supposed to love me for me, right? Who's supposed to accept my identity. And
well, if you loved me, you would do it.
No.
That's manipulation of the
finest. That's not how it works.
My name is symbolic. My name is symbolic. Yes.
And but also, talking with some of the trans folks that we're friends with on the show, changing your name, and this is like the basic part of it, changing your name is really fucking hard. Changing stuff on other ID cards is even harder. So, women changing their name, it's a lot fucking easier, but still, you shouldn't have to do it unless it's something you want to do. That's the main thing I'm bringing up here. There's a lot of people that if you want to do that, you can do that.
Do it.
It's
do
about
it if you want to.
It's about identity. And I don't have to supplant my identity with the identity of a man just because I'm committed to him in a legal relationship.
Don't hide. I'm very much against hyphenation.
Actually, Hillary Clinton did not hyphenate her name. She actually kept her name until she got social pressure to change her name And then her only concession was to hyphenate. She was Hillary Rodham until he was already governor. He was already governor. She had not changed her name, but they decided that she was like evil because she wouldn't.
Oh, so you mean 30 years of the propaganda machine
Her
turning against her?
Oh,
her concession while he was governor was to accept Hillary Rodham Clinton. She's
All right, we're gonna let Dave finish up here.
Okay. Okay.
One that has children and doesn't have a father in the home. I'm not besmirching Laura nor Anne. I'm asking a question about us. Is this why isn't the activist mommy, mother of 10, married? Why isn't she on Fox News? Is there something sinister within the conservative movement? How did I get here? I don't know, but
it's almost like
it's almost like
women,
it really bothers you.
It's almost like women are constantly seeking their own identity outside of manliness.
Yeah.
It's crazy how he's like, how did I get here? Because you're a crazy fucking lunatic. That's how you got there, Dave.
I actually think he's hitting on something. Because the conservative movement is basically women don't have an identity outside of manhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so women are entirely reliant on manhood, but yet they have women in their movement who are not reliant on manhood, who criticize feminism, yet benefit from feminism as giving them an identity on their own. And he's calling that out. And he's actually completely right. It is ideology.
In their ideology? Yes.
In his
ideology,
these women shouldn't exist. And yet these women are going to completely fight for their voice. These women are going to fight for their right to have a voice and a standing in this world. But this world is going to completely oppose their right to a voice. Hi.
It's not some shadow brokerage. It's not some fucking shadow brokerage that's putting them in this position because they don't want to show married women. That's where he gets fucking loony. So anyway, let's let him finish the last 10 seconds or so here.
I'm going to ride on the horse. Is there something sinister at work? Guys,
No.
You don't want to hear this, but I'm going to tell you something. Feminism is alive and well in the American Christian church.
Of course it is.
Good.
Yeah.
Because
no
we're
shit,
human
Sherlock.
beings.
It's alive and well everywhere women exist.
We're human beings. I don't know if these guys have realized it. We are
God
human
forbid.
beings.
Oh yeah.
God
We're
forbid
more
you want to be treated
similar.
equal. You know,
We're more similar to men than we are dissimilar. We have the same feelings and emotions. Our breasts and vaginas do not preclude our exclusion from humanity. We
you're
have
chattel.
opinions.
That's all you are.
We are not chattel. We are not broodmares. We are not incubators. We are people. Who killed the world? We are not things.